It feels like I've been gone for 30 years, not 30 days. The world I know, it's all but slipped away. Just fragments now, but still enough to see the road beyond, and maybe none repeat the same mistakes. 'Cause as days go by, I find I'm turning back around. Clear the room, I need to quiet down. I need to quiet down. With some time I'll be alright. Just a bit too much right now. Just a bit too much right now. Time loses all its meaning in the faded photographs along the walls, the windows to my soul, covered over countless times with layers of decay may never hide. The part of me that always longed for the quiet but insistent voice that strives to keep me sane and whole. Clear the room, I need to quiet down. I need to quiet down. With some time I'll be alright. Just a bit too much right now. Just a bit too much. quiet down. I need to quiet down. With some time I'll be alright. Just a bit too much right now. Just a bit too much right now. Just a bit too much right now.
I'm Rebecca Augustine, and I'm a violinist and backup vocalist.
I am Uchenna Chidozi, or Uch, and I play violin and cello and backup vocals.
I'm Ian Geyer. I'm a percussionist and comic relief.
I'm Juan Mendes. I play guitar.
I am Daniel Brecky. I play the bass guitar and do other stupid things.
I'm Katie Allison. I play the flute and I sing some backup vocals.
I am Trevor Wiest, and I play guitar.
I'm Michel Senak, and I play, at this point, whistle, accordion, guitar, and mandolin, and I'm also our in-band tech support.
I'm Doug Wagaspack. I'm one of the 3 drummers we have. I'm really energetic, and I like to run around.
Long walks on the beach.
Long runs on the beach.
Getting caught in the
on
rain.
4 legs.
Right. I am Adam Asriel. I play guitar and sing and play percussion.
I'm Jessica Anderson and I play percussion.
We started out as Mish and I in a room playing, just messing around with some flutes and 12-string guitars and just jamming. And then it just sort of spun up into this idea that we could actually have all of the instruments that we had brought to this little jam session happening at the same time. And so we just started snowballing people in. And we lost a few along the way, but 4 years later, we just haven't stopped snowballing. The way we will usually start putting together a song is by 1 or 2 of us sitting down and just messing around, and something will click and something will catch, and that'll spin out in a couple of different directions, and then those 2 or 3 people will bring it in to the rest of everybody, and it'll kind of get molded from there. In general, when somebody's bringing in a tune, it's usually got a fairly well thought out structure in advance. It's not something where we're all writing together because there's just too many people. But that's usually the way it rolls.
It's important to note that I don't think we ever really get finished writing or working on a song. It's always an evolving process, and even a year down the line, if we've been playing a song for 2 years and we're like, hey, we finally realized this could be different about it.
Well, we made some changes to Phoenix tonight.
We're continuously arranging everything all the time, just to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's kind of the best part, is the freshness of it because of it.
And it's all very dependent on who is in the band.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, every new person brings some new element of arrangement to literally everything.
You don't want to miss a practice, because then you come in there and you're like, what the hell happened?
What changed? 30 Days was one of those things where it just sat down. I wrote that years and years and years ago. I was really, really tired, and I was thinking back on a friend of mine who had actually been in rehab, and he was really young to be in rehab. He was I think he was 17, and he kept having some problems, and finally his parents stuck him in. And when he got back, I asked him, how it felt having been gone, and because he was out for a month, and he said, it feels like I've been gone for 30 years. And so I was really tired, and this is a few years later. I was really tired, and I was thinking about it, and it ended up with literally 2 chords in the entire song. But it's very repetitive, and it's very forward moving, but it never moves out of its particular pattern. It just evolves within that pattern.
You know, if I can springboard off that, like, to me, that song, I like how you said it's always forward moving, because that song, I know, even though it's about, you know, a pretty heavy subject, it always has, for me, while I've been playing it, carried this, like, you know, uplifting, like, it's bad now, but everything's gonna be alright kind of thing, and I think that's how we end the song, too.
Phoenix was actually the first song, no, it wasn't the first song that we had together as the Human Empire. It was the second song we had together as the Human Empire. And it really, that was pretty much the only one that I walked in with no real idea of what it was going to turn into. We started out, we had some chords and lyrics were done, but no structure, no form, no nothing at all. And it was one of those things that it really has changed so much from its original form. Every time we get somebody new, something new gets added to the song and into the dynamic of the song. And now the most recent one is with Juan Carlos and Trevor now with their dueling solo thing. That literally happened 3 weeks ago for the first time, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, that needs to happen all the time," and now it does.
So much shred.
I will never ever forget the first rehearsal where you came up with the ending rhythm, though.
Yeah.
And Adam comes in and he goes, "Okay, guys, I have this idea for this thing."
It was by accident, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
No,
where you
it
got
was.
from.
Yeah, it was a spring off from something in Tool.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So that's a good start.
Yeah. But I just remember Adam going, "Okay, guys, I just want you guys to do this rhythm," and he just slams out this rhythm, and we all just sort of go,
Say what now?
"I
16,000.
no."
We literally spent a 3-hour rehearsal learning the last 4 measures of that song.
I remember for my audition, you gave me that song, and like I just walked into the room, you put that on the stand, and I was like, "How do you read this? I don't understand. How do you music? I don't know how to do this." And so I just like listened to you guys do it like 5 times. I'm like, I maybe have it.
Well, that's how we initially auditioned Doug too. It's because Mish and I.
It was the same day.
Yeah. This was Mish and I had been walking around downtown St. Paul after drinking a lot of apple juice, and we ran into Doug at one of our favorite
Wild times.
Apple juice hangouts.
No, that was
apple juice hangouts.
A juice joint.
Juice joints.
Juice joint Jezebel.
And we'd been looking for a drummer, and we kind of bumped into him by accident. We ended up sitting at a table and talking for a while, and we managed to get all the way through the whole sentence of what we wanted him to do. And he was like, "Oh, so you mean like this? And we're sitting there watching, like, I think so." But it totally pulled it off, just like out of the blue.
And that was his audition.
Honestly, I don't know that I necessarily speak for everybody else here, but I don't think I've ever had as much fun with the Human Empire as a group as I had when we were on tour. And it was so ridiculous. It was literally just a 10-day super stressful party, and
barrels of apple juice.
All the apple juice, and so I would think that our big hope is that we can find ourselves in a situation where this is what we can be doing full time. Right now, you know, it's not necessarily there for us, but I think as it gets going and keeps spinning up, I know it really means a lot to all of us to actually be together and play together, and we have a lot of fun. But I think if we could find a way to be on tour all the time, I would be happier than anything.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
And big audiences, like, this is not something where you can go into a bar and expect.
It's all those little shows.
Which isn't to say we haven't done small audiences. Like we had our best show that we've ever played was in Lincoln, Nebraska. There were literally more people on the stage than there were off the stage, and it was rocking. But it was just the right room, and the more people we found, the more people that you put in a room, the more people are willing to actually be the first ones to the front, dancing and jumping around and spilling apple juice, and it gets really, really wild, really, really fast. And that's an atmosphere I wouldn't trade for the world.
Across some battered sky. Daybreak, I feel the world is born again, must be real. Bring me something better and away we fly. No spirit catches till we die in fire. In the ashes reborn. Catch me now, I've come way too far for you to take me around. I found out there's so much more to life when you're not staring at the ground. Now back of my mind, I feel I would be better dead, left behind a lie, to let someone else aim for my sky. chosen from many roads on my own. After this heart of gold, I will walk until my wings are grown, and I will fly, make the sky my home.